I didn't cry last night, so that's a plus. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Faith. Thank you so much for being here. I'm talking a little bit quietly because Summer is taking her morning nap and she's been fussing a little bit, so she's actually been fussing a lot this week. This week has been way harder than last week by far. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little update for you guys, talk a little bit about postpartum, how I've been doing, how Summer has been doing, and everything like that. Some different things that have helped me, but then honestly, just being real with you guys, I don't know if you can hear her. I didn't cry last night, so that's a plus. Last night, I probably got 3 hours of sleep, which makes me feel amazing. Like 3 hours at this point feels like a full night's rest. I was able to even do my hair and makeup this morning. I haven't done my hair and makeup in probably 4 days, which is totally fine, but yeah, I haven't slept. Like just literally have not slept. I'll breastfeed her in bed. I'm gonna go get her. She's so cute. There's Kippy. Kippy's like, what on earth? I swear she smiles. Oh no, that's not a smile. Okay. I just fed her, so I know she's not hungry. But yeah, like I was saying, I'll feed her in the bed and she'll zonk out. She'll look completely milk drunk. And then I put her in her, we have like a Graco pack and play. It's just like a flat, hard surface in the pack and play that I can put her in our room. And literally a minute later, she'll just start screaming. And that's been the last 4 or 5 nights now. So I don't know what's going on. I'm guessing it's just being a baby. I don't know if she has reflux or something, because she does sleep fine during the day. Like her naps during the day are normally pretty good. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, if she's just being very clingy to me at night. Like she will only calm down if I'm breastfeeding her or holding her on my chest. So it's been very hard. The sleep deprivation has been honestly the hardest part of this whole thing. I cry multiple times at night and Nick is right there with me and he like tries to help, but there's not really much he can do because like I said, she only calms down if she's breastfeeding or like I'm holding her. She's just very attached to me, which is super, super cute, but it's also really difficult. There's a smile. Is that a little smirk? So last night was a little bit better. She let me sleep for a few hours, so I honestly feel like so much better, even though it was just 3 hours. Like that 3 hours is major. She is 2 weeks today, which is so crazy. You're 2 weeks old. You can probably see that I'm like breaking out. Something definitely changed in my hormones. I think like 3 days ago it was, I woke up completely drenched in sweat and then I had like the chills, like I was freezing for hours. And I think that that was just my hormones doing something. In terms of how I'm feeling down there, as of today, I feel really, really good, like almost back to normal. The past couple days, I've felt pretty good. I did mention this in my labor and delivery story video that I did tear. So I've had stitches. I'm assuming that they're dissolved by now because it's been 2 weeks. But yeah, I feel pretty good down there. There's not as much like weird pressure still. I was having a lot of pressure down there still last week, but it feels a lot better. I took Motrin last week and just like 1 or 2 the past couple days. It is seriously, it's so helpful. I didn't want to take it for that long because a little bit, a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit does go into your breast milk, but honestly, it made me feel so much better down there that it was worth it. And also the hospital gave me, they call them Tux pads, I think. They're like witch hazel pads that you can just stick up there. They're so soothing. I highly recommend those. If your hospital doesn't give them to you, I would just order some witch hazel pads. Super, super good. Also, I think I don't know if I ever mentioned this on my channel, but I know when I was watching like what's in my hospital bag videos or postpartum videos, a lot of people talked about using Depends. underwear for once they got home from the hospital, and I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, you don't need Depends. Let me just back up. I had my mom pick me up some Depends. They made it so much easier, just like the whole going to the bathroom process, because I didn't realize how hard it was gonna be to like squat down onto the seat and just like the whole gravity thing. And then if I was to have to sit there and try and get a pad onto regular underwear, it's just so much easier if you have Depends. And it's not even because of the amount of bleeding. Like, I was surprised. The bleeding really was not that intense. It was no more than like a good period. That's why I thought people were buying Depends, is because they were like bleeding so much. But I think it's more just the ease of being able to just wear your pad. So I highly recommend them. They make it so much easier. I've now switched to just like a thin pad because I feel so much better and it's not a hassle to put them in my underwear. And I was just kind of getting sick of the diaper butt. But I highly recommend Depends for at least your first week for sure. It made it a lot easier. She's just so happy now. See, she scratched her face. She is such a face picker, scratcher. It's so funny. Whenever I'm feeding her, she will just be like pulling at her face, and I try to make her stop, but she just loves her hands up at her face. And that's how she was in all of her sonogram pictures too. She always had at least one hand up at her face. I'm actually gonna go make some breakfast though, because I haven't eaten yet. I'm still in my pajamas, even though I did my hair and makeup, but I just didn't get around to changing yet. And I love these pajamas. My mom got me these from Soma. They're so pretty. Every night when I wear them, Nick is like, I love your pajamas. They're so pretty. Get yourself a pretty pair of pajamas, because you're gonna be in pajamas a lot, or just something comfy, like a pretty loungewear set or something. It does make you feel better. So I recommend getting a cute pair of pajamas. But yeah, I'm gonna go make some breakfast. I'm gonna see if she'll go in her swing right now. Let's see if she'll go in there. Looks like she's gonna let me put her in there. She always gets her swaddle so up on her head. Okay, so I'm gonna make some breakfast. I have been loving this Special K cereal. I will show you which one. This one is so good. It's the vanilla and almond one. It has a decent amount of fiber in it, which I think has helped me with pooping. Pooping wasn't as scary as I thought it was gonna be. The stool softeners, they give you really, really work. Like, it just slips out, honestly. But you're not supposed to take the stool softeners, I don't think, for more than a week. So I stopped taking them, and it did slow down my whole pooping process. But I have been able to go since not taking the stool softeners, and it wasn't that bad. So I have my cereal here, and then I just throw a bunch of blueberries in there. Do you see my hand? It is still bruised. I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't even think I talked about this in my labor and delivery video, but the nurses who were putting the IV in my hand, like butchered my hand, butchered it. This actually looks a lot better, but you can see how yellow it is. It was so bruised. But yeah, anyways. Blueberries. I'm still on a blueberry kick even after pregnancy. And then this is the milk I use. It's lactose free. I've mentioned on my channel before that I'm lactose intolerant. This is the Milk Adamia unsweetened macadamia nut milk. I like this better than almond milk. It's just like a little bit creamier. I don't know, I like it better. It's the same amount of calories, I think, as almond milk would be. So breastfeeding has been going really well. I had a lactation consultant come during the first week, and she really helped me with the latch. And so she's been eating a ton. We're actually gonna weigh her later today. My mom's gonna bring over her scale because I don't even have a scale. I just have never like weighed myself regularly or anything like that. But I'm gonna get on there, weigh myself, and then hold her and weigh us and just subtract and see how much she weighs, because I'm just curious. I know that she's getting enough milk because she's pooping and peeing like in between every single feeding. So I think she's doing good with that. I was kind of like scared for a second that I was not going to be able to, just because she was hurting me so bad, but it's just because I wasn't having her latch on properly. I've been doing really good emotionally, I think, too, except for at night. Like, nighttime is very hard, and I get a lot of anxiety leading up to the night, like around 6-7 o'clock. I just get a lot of anxiety because I know that it's probably going to be really, really hard. So that kind of stinks. But I've talked to a couple other moms with newborns on Instagram and things like that, and it's totally normal. Like, for a second I was like, is this normal? Like, my baby literally will not sleep. I thought last week was bad when she was waking up every like 2 hours. I would take that back in a second. Like, I would take that back every night versus what we've been dealing with the last 5 nights. She literally does not sleep. She will breastfeed. She'll be asleep on me. I'll try and burp her, hold her for a few minutes. As soon as I put her down, not a minute later, she's crying. So I think it's just a baby thing. It's a phase. We'll get through it, but it is by far the hardest thing I've ever done. How it affects me emotionally, like, I just cry. It's totally normal. If you are a mom with a newborn, it is totally okay to just cry with your baby. Like, I just sit there and cry. And thankfully for me, I'm so thankful to have the husband I do, because he will kind of wake up with me and just like rub my leg and say, you're doing a good job, honey, you're doing great. Like, he has been one of my biggest cheerleaders. My mom as well. My mom has been so helpful. She's come over every day except for on the weekends when Nick is home. She's come over to help and just hold her if I want to take a nap and she's being fussy. She's cleaned the house a million times. She's made me 2 apple pies already. I've gone through almost 2 full apple pies. Apple pie has just been like hitting the spot for me. I really haven't been dieting or anything like that. I'm just eating what I want. It's all pretty healthy and homemade. Like, I haven't been eating any junk food at all. It just hasn't really sounded good. Like, I want nutritious food, but I haven't been dieting. I know the thumbnail picture for this video is like a comparison side by side of me when I was pregnant. I think I took that picture a couple days before I had her, and then a picture of me from 1 week postpartum, and then I'll show you guys my belly at some point today too, at 2 weeks postpartum. But I have not done anything necessarily to lose the weight so far. I've eaten whenever I want, and basically whatever I want. I've been drinking as much water as humanly possible for me. I'm a bad water drinker, but I've been trying to drink a ton of water. And I've got to think it's just the breastfeeding, because I've heard that breastfeeding really helps you. Am I looking in the wrong? I think I've been looking over here. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be looking over here. I've heard that breastfeeding really helps you like shrink your stomach. So I'm just assuming that that's what it's been for me. There's still, like, my stomach is still kind of jiggly, so I'll want to work on that once I can. But I've been really pleased with how my body has lost the weight. I'm just gonna finish up my breakfast and then probably get dressed while she's still sleeping, and then she'll probably be due for a feeding soon. And then I don't know when my mom is coming over today, but she's gonna bring the scale and we will see if I've lost any more weight, and we'll see how much Summer weighs. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this. The first week, I lost 25 pounds. Let me do the math. Yeah, 25 pounds in the first week. So, and I think I gained like 40. So I thought that was pretty good, and we will see if I've lost any more this last week. We've got 2 sleeping babies. We gotta give this Kippy some love. I think he's a little bit doggy depressed. Any of you that have a newborn for the first time with a dog, how did your dog react? I don't know what I expected from Kip, but I mean, he's kind of just ignored her, which I guess I sort of expected, but he seems sad. And at first he was just annoying me because he tends to bark if someone walks by the house. Like, he's not a really bad barker, but he will bark, and it's a loud bark. And he's just big, and he was just kind of annoying me, so I was not being super nice to him. Like, I wasn't being mean, but I wasn't really paying attention to him, and I think it made him really sad. And I realized too, because I noticed him looking at me, the way I talk to her, like kind of in a baby voice, is the way I talk to him. And I think he was kind of like, why are you talking to something else like that? Like, that's how you talk to me. So I think he's kind of sad. I feel bad. I'm trying really hard to give him some attention this week. I'm sure eventually he'll snap out of it. I forgot to turn this off. This thing is really nice. It gives me just enough light during the nighttime to breastfeed her without bothering Nick. Like, it's not a big lamp that's super bright. So I really like it, and I have it on just the white noise, which I think helps her a little bit. I don't know how much it helps her, but I do like that. I'm going to get dressed now, and I do want to show you guys I've been living in these. If I'm not in these pajamas, this is what I've been wearing. This cami, and then I also have a bra. These are from Uplifties. I talked about this in my hospital bag because I think I packed, oh, I need to wash that. That would be crusty breast milk, yum. I talked about at least the bra. I think I brought the cami too, but I'm not sure, in my hospital bag, and I didn't actually end up using these in the hospital, but I've been using them so much here at home. Again, it's Uplifties. I just got a size medium, which was my pre-pregnancy size, and they're so comfortable, and the bra, like the insert thing, doesn't move around. You know how sometimes the padded insert just like bunches up and gets super annoying? This doesn't do that. It's also super thick, so it does give me some support, and the little clasp at the shoulder here is super easy to use. I can just do it one-handed. So I have the bra, and then I have a cami, and it's just the same concept. I just wanted to mention these because they've been awesome. And this one's like kind of cute. It has some lace on it, so it looks pretty. I figure I'll just show you now while I'm getting dressed, but this is the postpartum belly 2 weeks after pregnancy. Oh my gosh, my mirror is so dirty. I apologize. And yes, I put this bra on even though it has crusty breast milk. What are you gonna do? But yeah, my belly button looks huge. It got so stretched out. But yeah, that's what we're working with. I still have not weighed myself, so I don't know, like pounds wise, how much I've lost this last week, but that's the belly situation, 2 weeks postpartum. Hi, little miss. You're gonna wake up to eat? It's been 2 hours, and I'm trying to keep her on a 2-hour breastfeeding schedule. So we gotta wake you up. There comes the hands. They're always up at the face. Oh. Big stretch. You don't want to wake up, do you? Okay, we're gonna go feed you, baby. Why are your lips pursed? Oh, is it so bright? We're one booby down. We gotta eat the next booby. Should we get you put into some clothes and then finish our feeding? Oh, big yawn. Okay, my mom got here with the scale. Oh, so what's that, 6 more pounds? Almost 7 more pounds down. So that's a total of 32 pounds. So 2 weeks, 32 pounds of the 40 I gained. Should we get Summer? Stop it. She's 8.5 pounds.
I know it's long, but you are doing such a fantastic job.
So Miss Summer has gained quite a bit of weight. So she was born at almost 8 pounds, and she's 8.5 now. That is it though, you guys, for this little vlog. I'll make sure to be filming more videos. I think this will be my 2nd video for the week, so I've stayed on track with 2 videos a week. I'm gonna try and do that, but it might just be 1 video a week for a little bit. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.